Welcome to Finance with Justus. I am Justus. Snapchat just released their Q3 earnings, and boy oh boy did the stock market not like that. Expectations were already low, and somehow Snapchat still managed to underperform. Revenue only increased by 6% to 1.12 billion, which first of all sounds okay, revenue increased, but you also gotta think, they had a user growth of 19%, and their revenue only grew by 6%. The revenue per user shrank by 11%. Their adjusted operating margins are down 10% year over year. It's important that you mention adjusted earnings there, because Snapchat is kinda lying at you in their report. They said with their adjusted numbers, they hit 8 cents per share in profit. The only funny thing is, to get to this adjusted profit of 144 million this quarter, they just took out 256 million in stock-based compensation. And voila, we're profitable again. Was 256 million? Nah, fake. It's only stock. Does not impact you if we dilute you, right? Imagine if a plane company would say, you know, we're gonna take out fuel costs because otherwise our earnings are not correctly presented. You would also say, no, that is a big part of your business. If the stock-based compensation wouldn't be part, they would have to pay out cash. And they're just treating it as it wouldn't happen. And they know it is an expense, because they just announced a $500 million buyback program. And they said it's mostly to offset dilution from stock-based compensation. On the one hand, they're putting money into buying back shares so that you're not diluted too much. And on the other hand, they say, this stock-based compensation, that is not a real expense. Is it fairy tale money that came out of nowhere, or is it real hard cash that you're spending from investors that you're telling them, oh, it's not real cash? Snapchat even slightly decreased their share count, nothing noteworthy. You do all of this magic finance stuff, all of a sudden a loss of 22 cents a share turns into a profit of 8 cents a share. Welcome to Accounting 101, where we screw you over. If you want to look at the real profitability of a company, let's look at the free cash flow. 18 million. Stock-based compensation, 256 million. I don't think I need to tell you that that is not a good number. If we add the stock-based compensation to the free cash flow, we're having more than 200 million in losses this quarter. Google or Meta? They're both advertising companies. During this ad apocalypse, Meta and Google are still standing, but low-quality companies like Snapchat are having issues. That's why you always need to stay invested in high-quality companies. Don't buy the cigar butt companies, because they're not gonna go through a crisis stronger. My big belief is that Snapchat, if this ad crisis goes on longer, Snapchat will come out very weak. They will probably have user growth, but their balance sheet will look horrible. They currently have 4.4 billion in cash, minus the 500 million that they're spending to buy back so you don't get diluted. So that's 3.9 million. If they're continuing to spend 200 million a quarter, they're gonna go through like 20 quarters. So like 5 years until they need to raise money again, if nothing changes. The financials of Snapchat are just horrible. Yes, they're having user growth, especially excluding North America and Europe, where they grew by 34% year over year. They're not getting in any money. It tells you when in their business highlights, they don't highlight how much they're losing, but they're highlighting a cooperation with the German government to raise awareness about the climate crisis and the overwhelming amount of plastic. Your investors' money is down the hole, but at least you're raising awareness for the climate crisis with the German government. Thank you a lot. If you're still thinking about investing in Snapchat, I'm just gonna ask you, do you like to be lied to by the management of the company you're investing your money in? No? Then maybe Snapchat is not the right stock for you. This is my opinion. What do you think about Snapchat? Comment down below. Have a good day.